Alright, hi everybody, I'm Shauna. This is Ring of Light Crafts. And I did a short video showing the supplies we're going to need for our next painting, if you will. Well, so what I wanted to explain to you guys is this is one of those blue things that come in like photos and stuff like that. And you get them like handbags, stuff like that. People throw them away. Okay, well I kept them for bloody ever, it seems. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it. They're ugly blue. Actually, it's quite pretty, but didn't want blue. So what I did is I go ahead, and I'm going to take my black Dollar Tree acrylic paint. But before I did anything, guys, I had to scratch. You literally had to scratch it up. So that, because it's so soft and slick and fine, your paint won't stick. So you want to sand it down or rough it up with your nails or something. That's part of the video you did not see because I messed it up. So, anyways, take a black paint, and we're going to do a real simple paint. We're just going to paint over it one end to the other, and nothing great, you guys. We're just going to pull off any extra paint that you might have on here, which I kind of have a lot. Because I accidentally didn't pay attention. Accidentally didn't pay attention, right? Remember those days in school? I had too much fun watching nobody else, so. Okay, so all we're doing is we're simply going ahead and we're just going to make it black, clear it up, and let it dry. So at this point of the video, I'm simply going to say, guys, we're back. It's dry enough, if not totally dry, to just move on. Okay, now, you know I have all these glow-in-the-dark colors, but I keep changing my mind what I wanted to do. And I'm trying to think of my kid, what she might like to carry, other than her favorite tree. So I decided we're going to go ahead and do an outer space theme. So what I chose to use was my glow-in-the-dark paint, which is a blue sky and blue-green mixture, because I accidentally put way too much. I put the wrong paint of 2 vials in here, so I had to put the other 2 vials in another one to just turn it into a different color. So this is what we got. And I also decided I'm going to go ahead and use the blue glow. Okay, and we're also going to go ahead and use this one, which is glow yellow. Now what I did is I went ahead and I took my white paint, just a cheap Dollar Tree acrylic white paint, or you can use a better brand. It's up to you, whatever you want to use. And I went ahead and I put 3 little things here. I put my white paint and then the colors I'm using to mix with them. And now I got my last white here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I scoop it out. You open it up, try not to spill it like I do all the time, and then I'm going to use my little knife that we use for painting, okay? I'm just going to scoop up, well, about so much. I'm just going to set it right next to my paint. Alrighty. So we got our 3 colors for now. We can change it out, but for now, that's what we're going to use. And to start with, the first thing I'm going to do is I really want to take a little bit of clean water. I just got my water and turn it totally black, so my bad. Let's see how bad it looks. Yeah, that's not happening. Let me go ahead and grab a little bit of clean water here. Grandpa, give me his one I haven't used. And we'll just dip some water on my plate here. And, okay. We'll go ahead and just dip a little more. Grandpa told me we can keep his water, but we're just going to add a little bit of water anyways. Okay, good enough. Oops. Don't know where the lid's at. Here you go, Grandpa. So I'll give that back. Alright, so now, the reason why I want to add the water is because my paint's actually been sitting out here. As a matter of fact, I probably should turn off the air. I have my little fan on here because I gotta heat soak every time. So we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit of the water into our colors. So we're just going to pull it a little bit out to each color. So we got it right there. And we're just going to pick up the paint, the brush I actually want to use. And we're going to go ahead and start mixing our colors. So this here is actually, I believe, was the blue-green, the sky. Let me go ahead and pick up some more of that water, bring it this way. Too much. I knew that would happen, but that's alright. And we're just going to mix in our glow-in-the-dark paint into some of the plain acrylic white. And I want to pick it up so you can mix it real nice. You want to mix it well because you want to make sure you make the whole thing glow when you're done with it. At least the parts you want to glow. Now you take your finger and you take your brush and you're just going to hit it. And we're going to try to get some of this to turn into little stars before we make our actual planet. That way we don't have to worry about that afterwards and end up getting all the stars on top of our planets. So we're just going to go ahead and put it right on there. Some thick, some thin, how we want to do it, or brush down how we want to do it. Okay, so I'm going to say that is good enough. And now I do have to mix this off because I'm not mixing the colors. I don't want to mix my glow-in-the-dark colors. Once again, I know it's black, but we'll just clean off the brush. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and find our next color, one that we want to paint a planet with. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up my water, bring it into my acrylic paint and my blue sky, and I'm going to mix it together. If you don't have to use the water if your paint hasn't been sitting for a little bit, you guys. Honestly, I've never used water with this glow-in-the-dark paint, only with the acrylic. So I'm hoping that it will settle well. So we'll go ahead and get this going. Now, we get so much on our brush. Take some of it off. We all know I don't like it. Well, it's so heavy. So I pick it up heavy, right? Look at that. I mean, come on. Let's get real here. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get some more of that off. I got it nice and mixed. Can you guys hear the sound of the glitter when you mix it? Can you hear that? I think it's cool. So what we're going to do is to go ahead. I think I want to plant it right about here. And remember, this is just small. So you don't want a huge planet because it's a small piece of material you're working with. Now we're going to try to get away from the water and just pick up some more of the glow-in-dark paint with your acrylic paint and just mix it right in there. Kind of interesting the color it's going to make, whether you like it or not. That's what you're going to get out of it. And we're just going to pat it. You don't want to scrape it on there anymore because it's not sticking when you do that. I don't know why, it's just the material itself. So we're just going to try to just pat it, okay? So, I know my chair makes noise, sorry. I've been wanting to replace them, but I've been absolutely refusing to pay the prices they've been wanting them for. So let's go ahead and pick up just some more of this. Notice the black's coming in there, which is from the water. But you know what, it's actually okay, and I'll tell you why. Because we're making like a little planet, and this little planet will have more detail with the black in there. It just shows up a little more. Okay, we're going to quit expanding this. And what I want to do, because I discovered I actually like that, let's go ahead and wipe off our paint. And what we're going to do is pick up more of the glow-in-the-dark. We're just going to see if it works. I don't know, so let's see if it works. Like I said, I never really truly used this, but for the one painting. So now we're going to go ahead, we're going to add some directly to our planet of the glow-in-the-dark, because I got way too much blue out here, and that's too expensive to waste. So we're going to just go ahead and just apply some in here. Just give it the look that there's something else there, okay? Oops, I got way too much, but you know what? We're just going to use it anyways. I'm just going to pat it on there. Alright, now, here's my chair. My chair drives me nuts. Alright. I did look for a new chair. I'm about to pay $200 for another chair. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, just can't. I don't want to do that right now. Okay, so we got our little stars going here, and we got one little planet up here in the corner. And, well, it looks kind of boring, don't you think? Maybe it needs something else. So let's go ahead. We're going to pick up our white paint. And this time, we are not going to add all color to it. This time we're going to go right ahead and just pick it up. And we're just going to go right about here. We'll make another little planet. Or moon, star, whatever you want. It's up to you. We're just going to add one right here. That way you put your little codes and stuff in here. Your business codes and stuff like that. Now remember, it is picking up the paint from the water as well as from underneath, because I did not let that sit for at least a day. So totally dry. With the material you probably should. But yeah, I'll do it my way. I'm kind of weird sometimes that way. Yes, it'll be right back. Alright guys, here we go. So we went ahead and started this one here. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up some water. But what I did is I actually had to go and get some decent water that wasn't black. So I'm just going to put a tad in here. Just a little of my water bottle, because my water will be gone. Because it's hot. So I'm going to go ahead and just get some water in here. Okay. To pick up my blue. No, it was going to be the green, right? I got sidetracked, guys. I'm actually going to go ahead and pick up the yellow, as you can see here. And then we're going to go ahead and go for it. We're going to add some yellow into this one just because we bloody well can. And let's see what we get. Why don't we pick up some paint? I'm not going to mix it. We're just going to apply it and see what happens. Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Good looking.
Grab my paper. Puppy likes to lick. So anyways, and we're going to grab a little bit more of this paint. And we're just going to go ahead and just put it right on there. Just because we'll see what happens, right? A little more and just right there. Alright. So we got our two little planets and our stars. And it still looks kind of boring. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull up our paintbrush here again. Apply it to our clean water. Unfortunately, the end is no longer the way it's supposed to be. But that's alright. We'll make it do what we can. And go ahead and pick up some water. Just a little. And we're going to come back over here to this one. We're just going to try to pull this out. See if we can pick up any of the water and a lot of the glow. Now I'm going to wipe my paint off. Come back over here and try to barely pick up some of this. And unfortunately, I do not have the brush I like for this. So we're going to see, we're going to practice. Okay, not too much water in it, so that's the thing. We'll go ahead and we're going to come right about, I say here. And from this little dot here, we'll go ahead and we're going to pull it out into little areas. But I want to pick up a little bit more of this white here. Let's stop. Stop it. Hi, baby. Alright. And we're going to apply it again right here. And then we'll go ahead, whoops. Go ahead and come here. And we're just going to pull down. And pull down. If there was a right brush, we wouldn't have that little top there that we got kind of thick. It just kind of disappeared. Then we'll go ahead and we're going to pull it back out. Well, from outside in to what we see we like. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So basically, if you will, it's a cross. So that's what you're going to do. If you're going to just start making a little cross. I know some people don't appreciate that. But that's alright. Everybody has their own preference. And I respect all of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the water out of my way. Because that was cold. And we're going to put it more right in the middle here. And we're going to clean our brush because we want it really, really light, okay? So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to come here and pick it up and just barely pull it. Nice and easy, both sides. Okay, there wasn't enough. It's real simple. Come back, pick up your paint. And we're just going to put the middle right there again. And we're just going to go right ahead and pull it again anyways. And then before we fix it, because they're all sides you want bigger than the other sides, I'm going to go ahead and put my finger in black paint. Sorry guys. It's one of those days, you know. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go right in the middle again. And let's turn it this way because that side's kind of a little smaller. We're just going to pull it out. And then we're going to go ahead the other side. We're going to once again put my finger down, probably here to help me guide. So right through here and out. I hate it when it becomes 2 instead of 1. Let's add some more paint and see if we can fix that. Oops. And pick up more of that paint and just make it a little brighter. Alright, there we go. Now what I meant by there's some sides we want bigger than the other sides, it's simple. It's right here. And just control my hand here. The 2 main pieces that we just did, the very first 2, going up and down, you actually want that to be the longest stem of your star. So I'm going to pick up plain white paint, and then I'm going to try to find some of the leftover, there we go, the leftover black, so I say black paint, with the leftover glow-in-the-dark paint. And once this starts to dry, we can really just take our sweet little time, which I will do off camera. I just want to tell you how you can do it. You don't have to. And once that starts to dry, you can start adding your paint on thicker and with more of the glow in the dark. Because remember, we barely painted the black and we did not let it sit. The back is what I'm trying to say. Now, the cross part of the cross, you just want to go ahead and extend that, because those are the 4 main lines of your star. Some people call it Bethlehem star. Some people call it, well, just the guiding stars. You know, it's just whatever you want it to be. So we're going to go ahead and grab it here, and we're just going to pull it out and make it a little longer. You guys, I'm going from the inside out on this part. Some people, I did go from the outside in, but I didn't like how the thickness was. I just did not. Because there's some things I just know what I automatically like. I like the feel. Some I don't. So you just walk around with it till you discover the part of the star you like making the most. I'm going to put this tissue right here in the black paint because I'm tired of getting it on my hand. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind my hands having paint. It's just I don't want it on this little tiny painting here. And then we'll go ahead and I might fix that and just bring that over. Now basically the only thing we got left to really fix is to add more glitter if you want it, or excuse me, glow-in-the-dark paint, or leave it as is. I'm going to add a little bit right through here because it really didn't have much. Okay, so now we got 1 star, we got 2 planets, 1 star, and the rule of thumb is 3 or odds. So we only get 2 planets, so we have to have something else. We don't have to, but I'm going to, just because that's my preference. I like doing it that way. I think it's fun. Besides, you get more practice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, clean off my brush, and since I have so much of the blue paint left, I'm going to go ahead and use the blue paint. It's okay to have 2 blue stars or 2 blue planets. And we're going to mix that right in there. Can you hear it? Can you hear that? Kind of cool, huh? Now you can make Saturn or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It's yours. You can do it however you want it. I'm going to bring this here and I'm going to add. See what I mean by you can always go back and add colors and add thickness. See how much lighter it is on that side now? And darker on this other side because we just added some paint through here. And we're going to go ahead and add some through here. And we're just going to take away that little C part because we went after the C. There we go. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and make our third. And to make our third, you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and clean out my brush. It'll be black again, my brush of paint. So we're going to wipe off as much as we can. Then we're going to take the clean color and clean it up better. There we go. I like it, but I have to have threes in my head. So I am going to go ahead and just going to take the white paint. A little bit of water. Add it to my white paint to thin it out. And I think I'm going to bring this up to here. I'm going to kind of make it odd. I'm going to make it like it's going off the wood, which some people, off the edge, some people know that you simply don't mess with the edges. You want to do it slightly off. So that's what they do, because that's what they're told. You know what, I'm just going to do it. It's okay. People don't have to like it. It's just for fun anyways. And go ahead and add more white right through here. Kind of like half the planet just going off. So we still got a little bit of creation through there. And now with that planet, I really don't have my yellow so bright. I'm going to go ahead and pick up some yellow. Add a little bit of water so I can just kind of dab it in there. Try to get some paint in here. And now we're just going to dab it on. Instead of painting, we're just going to dab it. Give it a little glow coming off of it maybe. Maybe it was not perfectly round, but it has like this jagged edge, because who says all planets are perfectly round? Truthfully, we can't really tell. We have an idea. And we're going to add some more yellow. See what color it's making it? Kind of making that black come up. Once again, I wish we did let it dry, but that's alright. And come right back to it, and I'm going to pull up some of this white and just dab it through here. And now we got a 3. It's very simple. It's not the same color as everything else. And I still stuck to my same rules that I like. 3s, which is odd. Or 1, 2 is also odd. Not 2, but the 1 here, the star. Later, once this dries better, I will go back over it. I will add it to the video so that you can see it. So it'll probably be the end screen. I just want to make sure I get these a little more brighter. So if you bear with me, I'm going to turn off this light. And hopefully we can see this. We're going to just take this. Can you guys see that? I'm just going to come right over. Yeah, I think this little star needs a lot more color to it. More brightness. What do you think? So this is just really simple. You can put your little business cards in it, which is what my daughter does and what I do. Put a little business cards in it. So we just kind of have them sticking around. And it's easier to find them. So we'll go right ahead, come this way. And we'll just go down. What do you guys think? See all the galaxies? And the little planets, if you will. And so I will still continue to work on this. Like I said, once it dries a little more, maybe add a star or two. I'll let you know. Well, you'll be able to tell in the photograph, I'm sure. So, real simple, real sweet. Something to add to your little collection. Just put your business stuff in there. Let me hold it this way since it's so tiny. I guess I didn't tell you how tiny this thing is, huh? Oops. I got it right there. So you got all your little rolls going here. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you hit the like button, like and share if you like it, and feel free to give me a comment. Tell me what you think. Should I add something else? Should I maybe do the back side? What do y'all think? Feel free to tell me down in the comments, and as always, be blessed.